The Chinese have a reputation for pretty shamelessly ripping off of just about everything from BMWs to Nerf rough cuts. So imagine my surprise when I came across a Chinese company that actually had really interesting, unique designs and good build quality and was really trying to make a name for itself. So, stuff like this, for example. This is the Fangjia Toys Super Meteor something or other ridiculously long name, almost as long as the blaster itself. This is essentially just a really fancy Strife with a 20 round turret, but it is beautiful, it feels great, and it is now available through World Tech in the United States. You can get them at Academy, you can get them at hobbytron.com, and so on and so forth. And they came out with other stuff like this. So, I mean, again, really unique, really different, doesn't look like anything else, and hey, it glows. So, you think, okay, well, that's nice. It's a Chinese company striking out to do its own thing, not shamelessly ripping off of other, you know, ideas, and that's great. But you know what happens when a Chinese company tries to do its own thing and create its own designs? It gets ripped off by other Chinese companies. Look at this little piece of crap. So, this is what I thought I was getting when I ordered this, because I'm dumb and I didn't pay attention to the product specifications. This thing is tiny. Look at that. This is smaller than a double strike. It is so small that when I put my hand on the grip, I cannot prime it because this cheap, like, dollar store plastic cuts into my hand. So this thing is a pretty direct knockoff. I mean, look at the grips. Look at that. It is unreal the degree to which they copied the bigger blaster. And this one, it does not actually, well, it does fire darts, technically. But what it's meant to do is it's meant to fire the crystal pellet water gel balls, whatever you want to call them, exploders ammo. And I know it's kind of hard to see the breech down there, but this is actually a single breech loading water pellet blaster, so it's just extra awful. And the worst part is that not only are you expected to fish out and load a single pellet in there, so I can't prime it like this, so I have to actually hold it by the muzzle, prime it back, and now I have to hold it here because it has a return spring and it will snap forward, even though it's a breech loader. So I then have to hold this, and it's quite painful. This digs in. I have to drop a ball in, and then I have to close this, and of course when I close it, it breaks. So now it's broken. It broke the second time I did it. One of these two little tabs is supposed to hold it in place, just pushed in too far. It's now broken, and now it just does that. And then you let it go, and then you can fire it. I have not fired any gel balls out of it. I don't have any ready to go. But I did manage to break this on the fourth time that I primed it. It just came up out of its track. I had to unscrew the whole thing and set it in its track again and then close it back up. This is probably, like, no exaggeration, the weakest, cheapest, most fragile and utterly awful plastic I've ever seen in any kind of foam blaster. This is just truly monumentally bad. I did get it for $3, and that's $3 more than I should have ever paid for it. This is bad. Please read the product specs when you buy. Look at the measurements. A lot of these blasters on AliExpress and by China and Taobao and so on will actually have measurements in centimeters, and go convert that if you don't know centimeters and look to see how big this thing actually is, so you don't make a dumb mistake like me. So yeah, this is well and truly garbage, but I thought, okay, you know what, redeeming quality. It can shoot darts, so let me go ahead and fire a dart. And I was all excited, and bam. Yeah, not kidding, this is as far as it goes. Yeah, that's junk. So, this, on the other hand, aside from actually loading darts like it's supposed to, this one hits like 50s-ish. Its performance is not great, but, there's always K26s. It's a pretty shell. It lights up. It's comfortable. It's got a nice grip. It's got a nice prime, so not bad for $15. And it comes with something really interesting. It comes with this wristband accessory type thing. and it fits my giant hand just fine. Flops around a little bit, but that can be fixed. And this is not just a wristband. The 14 dart holder does not just hold darts, but you'll notice that it's translucent, and when you flip this little power switch, it charges 14 glow darts at a time. It does say that it needs 30 seconds to charge the darts, and in my experience, these darts don't charge very well, the darts that it comes with. They did charge uniformly though, so that's the thing. It is charging the top row just as well as the bottom row, even though the LEDs, the 3 of them, are down here in the bottom. So whatever it's doing is working pretty well. It's just not working well on these darts, I don't think. And so maybe when I get a hold of some decent Nerf darts that glow, or some other aftermarket glowing darts that I know for a fact work well, I can give you a better idea of how this thing does overall. But still, I mean, even just as a dart holder, this is pretty good. You know, I mean, I know some accessories that are worth 15 bucks that are nowhere near as useful as this. There are scopes that people pay 15 bucks for. So, yeah, 15 bucks just for a little 14 dart holder that charges your darts, something that I've never seen in anything else besides mags and purpose-built blasters. This is a pretty cool universal accessory. And plus you get a nice little light-up gun with it. So there you go. If you're going to buy it, please make sure that you get the Fengjia, F-E-N-G-J-I-A, toys version, or the American equivalent, which is World Tech, and not that crappy little $3 knockoff thing. So there you have it. Now you know.